Ladies and gentlemen, if your mornings feel frantic and your mind starts racing the moment you wake up, it's more than just fatigue. It's a sign you're misaligned. That tension you feel early on isn't simply a bad mood. It disrupts your momentum. When stress and pressure are the first things on your mind, that energy colors every choice you make, every task you face, and every person you interact with. But it doesn't have to be this way. Beginning your day with calm, clarity, and intention transforms everything. Your thinking becomes sharper. Instead of reacting to life, you begin to lead it. You move with purpose, with direction, and that's when progress is made, not in chaos, but in the calm before it. In a few moments, you'll learn how to create a peaceful, intentional morning routine, one that clears mental clutter, strengthens focus, and sets a positive tone for the day. A morning rooted in purpose. Each sunrise offers a decision. Start with direction or drift without it. Those who rise without purpose often fall into reaction. Their emotions shift based on headlines, weather, or someone else's priorities. They're pulled by the current, waiting for good things to happen, never steering toward a goal. They wake up late, scramble through their routine, and wonder why life feels unmanageable. But those who wake with intention live differently. They treat their mornings as meaningful. They reflect, visualize, journal, and plan. They remind themselves why they started. They fuel their inner drive. They don't wake just to end sleep. They wake to move toward a vision. They already know where they're headed because they've imagined it long before the day began. Clarity brings power, and that clarity is born in the stillness of morning. When the world is quiet and your thoughts are undisturbed, you can hear your inner voice, the one that speaks truth, the one that remembers your dreams. In this hour, you return to your core, away from outside expectations and distractions. Their mornings were not filled with noise, they were filled with resolve. They didn't wake up to react to the world, they woke up to lead their life. He woke up each day to shape his world. And that's what truly sets extraordinary lives apart from the ordinary. A life of greatness isn't built in sudden dramatic events. It's formed through consistent daily choices. And among those, none are more important than how you begin your morning. Ask yourself honestly, what do your mornings say about your life? Are they chaotic, rushed, and without direction? Or are they calm, focused, and filled with purpose? Don't wait for inspiration to come from outside. Create mornings that inspire you from within. Before you rise tomorrow, take a moment to pause, close your eyes, and picture the kind of day you want. Imagine yourself moving with clarity, speaking with certainty, and acting with purpose. Feel the energy of your vision drawing you forward. Let that image guide your mindset. Then rise, not slowly or passively, but with urgency and intention. Because the world doesn't need more people drifting through life. It needs people who are alert, clear-minded, and on fire with purpose. You're the one steering the ship. Your morning is your vessel, and today is the sea. Choose your direction before the world chooses it for you. Now think about the impact of starting your day by reviewing specific, meaningful goals. Before the noise enters your world, before distractions scatter your attention, take a few quiet minutes to reconnect with what truly matters. That one act of intention, setting goals, can shift the entire course of your life. Success isn't accidental. It's not a gift or a lucky break. It's the result of repeated, intentional action. Those who achieved great things didn't rely on chance. They approached each day with purpose. Their goals weren't vague ideas. They were clear, practical, and written down. Each one was a step toward a future they could see. Writing down your goals does something powerful. You're not just making a list. You're making a promise to your future self. It's a declaration of intent. Goals aren't wishes, they're decisions. And when you follow through on them, they become your reality. The difference between mediocrity and mastery often comes down to one thing: reviewing your goals daily, not every now and then, every single morning. Picture yourself doing this. You take out your journal or a notebook. You write down 3 or 4 key actions that matter most today. You picture them being completed. You feel the progress. You feel the pride. That simple morning habit doesn't just help you stay focused. It activates your subconscious mind. It puts your brain on alert for opportunities, blocks distractions, and gives you the energy to move forward. This isn't just motivation, it's how your brain works. The human mind is wired to seek goals. Give it a clear target, especially one backed by writing and visualization, and it begins working on your behalf. It filters information, influences your decisions, and sharpens your focus. It's like turning on an inner compass, always pointing you toward where you want to go. The people who use this method knew that breakthroughs don't come out of nowhere. They come from clarity, repeated every morning. Their achievements weren't bursts of genius. They were the result of structured, focused, daily habits. So what's stopping you from doing the same? You don't need to invent something world-changing. You just need to decide that your mornings matter, that before the day tries to take over your attention, you'll take charge of your direction. Write your goals every morning, not just the big long-term ones. The small, actionable steps you can take today. Ask yourself, what needs to get done today? What single action will push you forward? And after writing, don't stop there, see it. Picture yourself completing it. See yourself sending that email, finishing that project, making that call, going for that walk, reading that page. The clearer the image, the stronger your motivation, because your subconscious can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. It responds to clarity, emotion, and repetition. That's why top athletes visualize success, why elite performers rehearse their best moments before stepping into the spotlight. You're no different. Your life is your performance space. So ask yourself again, what are your goals today? Are they clearly written? Are they actionable, specific, and meaningful? Or are they just ideas floating around? Waiting for the right time. Stop waiting. Create the moment. A daily goal-setting habit isn't just a tool, it's a statement. It says who you are and who you are becoming. These small decisions add up. One day builds on the next. Weeks become months, and before long, you've built something incredible. Not by luck, but through conscious effort. The future doesn't appear fully formed. It's created each morning in quiet intention with your pen and your vision. So begin as others did, with clarity, determination, and the decision not to drift. You already hold the power. Use it. Write your goals. Visualize their completion. Then step into the day and bring them to life. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in a successful life. It's the silent engine behind every achievement, the invisible push that turns effort into progress. And it begins the moment you open your eyes. Those early hours aren't just about getting started. They shape the energy you carry all day. Start your day with power and you set off a chain reaction. History shows us that the most productive people didn't get ahead by luck. They built momentum through action. Hour by hour, decision by decision. Their edge was simple, early morning focus. Long before the world stirred, they were already moving. They didn't just think about plans, they acted on them. Starting your day with intention builds speed. That first task, especially if it's challenging, becomes your launch pad. It sends a message to your mind. I'm in control. I make progress. And once you get that first win, the rest of your day starts to follow. You carry that sense of accomplishment like a light, energizing everything else you do. Now imagine the difference. One person drifts through the morning, eating in a rush, checking their phone, and feeling behind. Another wakes up with a plan, finishes their hardest task early, and walks into the day already winning. Who feels more confident? Who's better prepared to handle what's ahead? That's the power of momentum. Once it starts, it carries you forward with less resistance. And there's a reason for that. When you complete something meaningful early in the day, your brain rewards you. It releases dopamine, the chemical that drives motivation. You don't just feel accomplished, you feel capable. And that energy flows into everything else. Even routine tasks feel sharper. You move with clarity. And maybe most importantly, you feel lighter because you're no longer weighed down by something undone. Facing your biggest challenge early removes that pressure. You're free to focus, to engage fully, and to build forward motion. This is the simple, powerful truth. Your morning momentum determines your day's direction. Don't leave it to chance. Choose to move, to act, to begin strong, and everything else will begin to shift with it. Instead of starting your day with stress, replace it with a small, solid win. That simple shift moves you from a defensive mindset to an active, focused one. And that change can reshape how the rest of your day unfolds. Winning the morning isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's choosing action over hesitation. discipline over delay, momentum over worry. It's about creating consistent movement that eventually becomes your daily rhythm and in time your identity. One small act of courage in the early hours can ripple into major progress by evening. So ask yourself, what's your first challenge? Is it a difficult conversation you've been avoiding? A demanding project that needs deep focus? A workout that pushes you out of your comfort zone? Whatever it is, tackle it first, not later, not when things feel easier, first, because the truth is waiting doesn't make hard things easier, it makes them heavier. The longer you avoid them, the more they drain your energy and attention. But when you face them early, you lift that burden off your shoulders and free up mental space. Let your morning be a message. I'm not waiting for motivation. I'm creating it. So that's it, because how you start determines how far you'll go. Your energy, focus, and drive all begin with a single decision. And the most powerful one is to start strong. Win the morning, and you set yourself up to win the day. Life will challenge you, often without warning, but hidden in that truth is a gift. Each morning brings a new chance to build resilience. It's not just another sunrise, it's a chance to prepare your mind and body for whatever lies ahead. Few understood this better than one of history's great wartime leaders, who remained steady through some of the darkest hours the world has ever seen. His strength didn't appear overnight. It was built on discipline, focus, and a refusal to back down. His mornings weren't passive, they were intentional. He started each day not out of routine, but out of readiness for the weight of responsibility. Resilience isn't something only a few people are born with. It's a skill, a strength you develop every time you challenge yourself. And just like any skill, it grows through repetition. Every morning, you're given an opportunity to strengthen that inner resolve. Do you take it? Start by embracing small challenges with purpose. Take the cold shower. Go for a walk when staying still would be easier. Finish what you start. These may seem like minor acts, but they are powerful declarations to yourself. I am capable, disciplined, and willing to do the hard things others avoid. In discomfort, your strength is shaped. Those who are truly resilient don't wait for adversity to hit before preparing. They build their strength daily. When life throws something unexpected, they don't ask, why me? They ask, what now? That mindset shift is the core of mental strength. It's not about being untouched by struggle. It's about not breaking under it. Challenges aren't roadblocks. They're necessary steps on your path. When you start your day ready for whatever comes, you no longer resist difficulty. You transform it. So you watch the videos in your feed that you think aren't doable. You watch the videos that are unsafe. This is where character is built, not in comfort, but in perseverance. Make this your daily practice. Before the noise and demands of the world begin, take a moment with yourself. Breathe, reflect, ask, what can I do today to grow stronger? Then do it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It's already here. Whether it's a difficult decision, an uncomfortable task, or choosing patience over impulse, lean into it. Understand that resilience isn't found in dramatic acts. It's built through quiet choices. It's rising when staying down is easier. It's continuing when quitting feels tempting. It's holding steady when life tries to shake you. Success is never final and failure is rarely fatal. What counts most is the courage to continue. And that courage is cultivated every morning. It begins the moment you choose how to meet the day. The strength you develop early stands by you when things get hard. It reminds you who you are when life tries to make you forget. It won't remove difficulty, but it will make you ready. And when challenges do come, and they will, you won't fold, you'll rise already prepared. Because resilience will no longer be something you look for. It will be something you've built one morning at a time. Every morning you face a choice. Allow the day to shape you or use the morning to build strength. Choose the second. Let every sunrise be your opportunity to prepare. Let every challenge be part of your training. Let every bit of discomfort serve your growth. Resilience isn't something you find, it's something you create day after day. Your beliefs shape your world. The results you achieve, the limits you perceive, and the challenges you face, they all begin in your thoughts. It's not the external world that defines your success. It's the beliefs you carry into each day. One of the most influential minds in history once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. That simple truth holds the key to personal achievement. Success didn't come to him because he had more advantages. It came because he believed it was possible. Belief was the engine. Discipline was the steering wheel. Each day offers a blank page. And what you write on it starts not with action, but with belief. Before setting goals or diving into tasks, align your mind with the idea that success is possible, that you are capable. Start each morning by affirming that belief, not with empty words, but with conviction. Say it out loud if needed. I am capable. I am focused. I can succeed. I overcome challenges. I bring value. This isn't arrogance. It's alignment. You're aligning your inner reality with the life you want to create. Because if your mind is full of doubt and fear, it will quietly hold you back. But if it's filled with confidence and direction, it becomes your strongest ally. Morning affirmations aren't just motivational quotes. They are instructions to your subconscious. When spoken with emotion and repetition, they rewire your brain. They shift you from someone who hopes to someone who knows. Belief won't make things easy, but it will help you persist. It gives meaning to struggle and makes setbacks part of the process, not the end. When belief is strong, failure becomes feedback. You stop asking, can I? And start asking, how will I? Think of those who have left a mark on history. They were doubted, challenged, and criticized, but they had belief. And that belief, reinforced every morning, carried them through obstacles that would have broken others. They didn't just show up and work. They believed. And that belief powered their discipline. When you start your day with belief in yourself, you stop looking for outside approval. You stop waiting for perfect timing. You stop needing reassurance. Instead, you create momentum from within. You clear your thoughts and walk into the day with direction. The mind doesn't distinguish between imagined reality and actual experience. What you visualize and emotionally affirm, it accepts. So if you fill your mind with belief, your actions will follow. You'll see more opportunities. You'll stay committed. You'll resist giving up. But if you feed your mind with doubt each morning, you're planting weeds in the space where confidence should grow. Your morning is your mental training ground. It's where you decide the person you'll be and the life you'll build. Don't leave your future to chance. Claim it. Speak life into it. Declare your intentions with conviction. Let belief guide your steps, because in the end, your reality is not shaped by fate. It's crafted by belief. And belief starts with a decision. It's a choice you must make every single morning. So choose wisely, choose strength, choose clarity, choose to believe, and watch how your world transforms in response. Passion fuels remarkable achievement. And when you choose passion, your life and your world transforms in response. Passion fuels it's the quiet fire behind bold actions and meaningful pursuits. Without it, even the most carefully designed path can feel empty. But with passion, every moment gains meaning, every challenge becomes tolerable, and each morning becomes a new chance to rise. One of the world's most iconic creators didn't build his dream world with plans alone. He built it with vision, relentless drive, and passion that wouldn't quit. Before the amusement parks, the animations, or the legendary characters, there was simply a man with an idea, so vivid that no obstacle could silence it. His mornings weren't filled with hesitation, they were filled with purpose. Each day, he reminded himself of the joy and wonder he wanted to share with the world. You have that spark too. Maybe it's been buried under routine or dulled by the weight of responsibility, but it's still there, and each morning offers you the chance to reignite it. Ask yourself, why did I begin this journey? What vision once stirred my soul? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These aren't idle questions. They're the ones that reconnect you with what matters. Because when passion is nurtured, it has the power to transform even the most ordinary days into meaningful adventures. Before the demands of the day begin, take time to reconnect with your purpose. Revisit your dream. Say it aloud. See it in your mind. Remind yourself of the lives you hope to impact, the change you want to create, the story you're writing with each decision. Passion isn't always loud, It's often steady, quiet, and personal. But when you feed it daily, it becomes a driving force. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what gives meaning to effort, even on difficult days. Think of passion as a fire. Left alone, it dims. But tended to each morning, it grows stronger, spreading energy and light through everything you do. This is why your morning matters, not just for the goals you write down, but for the emotion behind them. Passion is the why behind the what. Setbacks will come. Long days will test you. But when your purpose is strong, those tests lose their power. You're not just working for a paycheck. You're building something with meaning. You're chasing something bigger than yourself. A famous creator once said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And where does that courage begin? In passion, the kind you reconnect with every morning. So before the world gets loud, give yourself a few minutes. Reflect on your mission. Feel the emotion behind your goal. Let that feeling shape your attitude and guide your first step. Because when passion becomes part of your daily routine, it awakens a force that's real, powerful, and unstoppable. It will encourage you in moments of doubt. It will echo in your victories. It will make you more resilient, more focused, and more fulfilled. Every great story was fueled by passion, and yours is no different. Begin your mornings not just with tasks, but with meaning. Let passion pulse through your morning, stoke that fire, and let it move you toward your purpose. Because a life powered by passion is a life that can't be held back. Make it a commitment to learn something new each morning. In the quiet hours before the world stirs, you have the opportunity to grow. There is no better investment than the one you make in your own mind. And one of the most powerful habits you can build is the discipline to learn daily with intention, curiosity, and consistency. One of history's greatest leaders didn't rise from wealth or access. He rose from persistence. He spent his mornings reading, reflecting, and absorbing the ideas that would one day shape a nation. His insight didn't come from privilege. It came from practice. He understood that every morning was a moment to expand his thinking and sharpen his vision. You don't need grand resources to follow that path. What you need is the willingness to show up, open a book, ask a new question, feed your curiosity. The world's best learners aren't defined by degrees. They're defined by how they think. They look at each morning and ask, what can I explore today? Whether it's a few pages of a book, a new skill, or a different perspective. When you choose to learn, you send a powerful signal to your mind, I am still growing. That mindset is your edge in a world that never stops changing. Learning in the morning doesn't just build knowledge, it builds focus, it sharpens your attention. It creates energy that drives the rest of your day. And most importantly, it keeps you humble. The learner's mindset knows that no matter how far you've come, there's always more to understand. Think of your mind like a blade. It dulls without care, but when you sharpen it every morning, it stays powerful, focused, and ready. With just a few minutes of learning each day, you become more effective in your work, more insightful in conversation, and more resilient in challenges. In today's world, adaptability isn't optional, it's essential. And learning is the foundation of that adaptability. The more you grow, the more you can shift when needed. The more knowledge you collect, the more confident you become in unfamiliar situations. Those who stop learning become stuck. Those who keep learning become unstoppable. So create the habit. Set aside 10, 15, even 20 minutes each morning. Choose your material, whether it's a biography, a new language, philosophy, or practical advice. Don't just read, engage. Take notes, reflect, apply. Let learning be a living part of your day. Growth isn't something that happens by accident. It happens in moments of quiet intention. Each morning, when you sit down to learn, you're shaping the person you're becoming. You're designing your future, one idea at a time. So ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I expand my thinking? What insight will I carry into the day? One of history's great minds didn't grow into greatness in one day. It was a result of daily learning, steady curiosity, and reflection. His mornings weren't spent on distractions. They were moments of transformation. Let your mornings be the same. Wake up not just your body, but your mind. Build the habit. Embrace the mindset, and you'll watch each morning add new layers of strength, wisdom, and legacy. Because the person who learns every morning is the person who leads every day. Adaptability is what defines your strength during adversity. Life rarely follows the script. The unexpected doesn't check your calendar. It arrives without warning, and when it does, it demands your response. In those moments, it's not just power that carries you forward, it's flexibility. The ability to adjust, to bend without breaking, to move without losing focus is what separates those who thrive from those who stall. History shows us that successful people didn't win because everything went right. They won because they adapted when things went wrong. They didn't fight change. They adjusted to it and moved forward. They mastered this mindset. They understood that unpredictability isn't a threat. It's an opportunity, an invitation to grow, to adapt, and to rise. When markets shifted, trends faded, and crises emerged, they didn't collapse. They endured. Why? Because they trained themselves to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. They learned to see potential where others saw problems. Your morning routine should include this kind of training. Every morning isn't just a fresh start, it's preparation for the unknown. In the stillness of early hours, you can strengthen mental flexibility. Ask yourself, what might test me today, and how will I respond with calm and clarity? Visualize yourself staying grounded through unexpected situations. Prepare not just for smooth success, but for resilience in the face of disruption. Adaptability starts with how you think. If you see change as a threat, you'll resist it. But if you see it as guidance, you'll welcome it. The most successful people don't just survive change, they use it. They don't cling to outdated plans. They adjust and create better ones, more in tune with the present. Teach your mind to recognize opportunity hidden inside difficulty. When something catches you off guard, pause, don't panic. Ask yourself, what lesson is here? What advantage might I find in this challenge? This way of thinking doesn't come naturally. It comes through practice. And the ideal time to practice is in the morning, before outside demands take over. Imagine stepping into your day ready not just for what you expect, but also for the unexpected. That's real strength. That's real freedom. When you train your mind to be adaptable, you stop dreading change. You start using it to your benefit. You stay light on your feet. You move with your environment, not against it. So make this part of your morning rhythm. Think about moments where you grew because things didn't go as planned. Write down one way you'll stay flexible today. Remind yourself, you don't need to control everything. You need clarity. With clarity of purpose and mindset, you can handle anything that comes your way. Life will keep testing you. Plans will shift. People may let you down. Circumstances will surprise you. But if you begin each morning with an open mind and a willingness to adapt, you won't just survive, you will evolve. Let challenges become your training ground. Let setbacks lead to comebacks. Growth comes through adaptability. And when you grow, you lead. When you lead through uncertainty, you become unstoppable. See change not as a threat, but as a lesson. Begin every day ready to adjust, to move, to rise, because adaptability doesn't just keep you going, it helps you thrive. And that's the true measure of lasting success. Gratitude is a mindset that shapes how you see your world. Your experience of life is determined less by what happens and more by how you interpret it. And gratitude is the lens that brings clarity, warmth, and meaning to that view. Start your morning by focusing on what's good, and you'll shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. A well-known leader once practiced this deeply. Even in the face of hardship and uncertainty, she focused on what remained true, beautiful, and worth appreciating. That habit didn't just boost her mood, it made her stronger. It gave her the foundation to lead with empathy, to speak with conviction, and to make a lasting impact. Her resilience was rooted in gratitude. You have access to that same strength. Before your day gets busy, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, what do I have today that I once wished for? What little things bring me peace or joy? What lessons have I gained from past struggles? These reflections reframe your experience, not as one filled with burdens, but as one rich with blessings. Gratitude is more than a momentary feeling. It's a way of seeing. When you focus on what's working, you retrain your brain to notice the good. You stop taking life for granted. You become more present, more grounded, more alive. And this mindset brings real benefits. Studies show that gratitude can reduce stress, improve sleep, and increase happiness. Why? Because it shifts your attention from what's missing to what matters. It silences the voice of self-criticism and awakens a deeper sense of calm. Gratitude also transforms relationships. When you genuinely appreciate the people around you, you deepen your connection. You listen with more care, you forgive more easily, and you show up with more kindness. Gratitude strengthens bonds because it reminds us that we're not alone and that others matter. Even setbacks lose their sharpness when viewed through this lens. A delay becomes patience. A failure becomes feedback. A challenge becomes a chance to learn. Gratitude rewrites the story. Make it part of your morning habit. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. They don't have to be big. Often the smallest things carry the most impact. A peaceful walk, a warm drink, a quiet moment. Let those thoughts guide your mindset for the day. Gratitude is magnetic. It draws more of what you focus on. And when you focus on what's already working, you naturally create more of it. So before your feet hit the floor, take a breath and give thanks. You may not be able to control everything around you, but you can choose how you experience it. Begin your day in gratitude, and you begin it from a place of power. And from that place, success comes more naturally. The world remembers those who take action. Great innovators didn't just dream, they acted. Every morning, they moved closer to their goals and created the legacies we now celebrate. Your actions today will define your future. Each morning, ask yourself, how will what I do today impact my legacy? Take clear steps toward meaningful outcomes. Greatness doesn't come from ideas alone, it comes from the courage to act on them. Let your mornings energize you for decisive action. Don't wait for the perfect time. Take confident steps now, knowing your dreams are within reach. This moment, right now, is your chance. Embrace the morning, and with it, reshape your life. Win the morning, and the day is already yours.